I have always loved explaining things and doing that by telling stories. Unsurprisingly, English was my best subject at school and I got into writing, not so much my own stories that I made up, but telling the stories of what I was reading and learning about. Listening and reading comprehension was like my favourite homework. So naturally, I grew up and decided to be a journalist and tell other people's stories. And then I got into events and communication training, helping people and organisations tell their stories. And when it comes to great content that leaves audiences spellbound, speakers that open with a story resonate so much more than those who open with PowerPoints and data. That's what I just did, right? Got you thinking about my story. But a client told me today that she's got to deliver a very specific presentation agreed from on high, so she has to do it with the PowerPoint thing. How is she going to tell a story like that? How does she get round that? Those boring slides. Here's how you do it. Just try and start with a moment of humanity, like a little story, before you dive into the slides. And a story can be just asking your audience to imagine what you're going to be talking about. Just get them thinking about the starting point, the problem, or an outcome by describing it in a way that helps them picture it. And think of ways that you can break up the slideshow with some rhetorical questions and more short conversational asides, just things like, let's imagine this, because that really helps people start imagining it and it gives them the aha moments. It helps them feel involved, especially if you continue, even with your slides, to paint pictures with your words and use allegories and similes, metaphors. You can be creative and wow your audiences, even if you've got a boss who insists on PowerPoint.